Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're going to do a lemon curd meringue frozen dessert kind of thing. It's a riff on a chantilly meringue which you can find elsewhere on the channel. I'll try to remember to link to it below. And it is it's a non-dairy ice cream. It is a great ice cream substitute for people that don't or can't eat dairy. It's also great because it's relatively easy to make and you don't need an ice cream churn, but you'll still get a nice creamy texture. So I had 3 egg yolks in there and the whites are separated and we're going to beat those later. To that I added salt and sugar, and I have a hot water bath here and I just want to put this in and cook and whisk. Just whisk it every once in a while and keep an eye on it. You don't want the egg yolks to cook too quickly. Okay, so while that comes up to temperature, I'm going to zest one of these lemons. And then once I've got it zested, I'm going to juice all 3 of these. Now, depending on your lemons, you may need more than 3 in order to get the amount of juice that you need, but I think I've got it just about right. So, this is looking good. Now, when you put the lemon juice in, it will thin it out immediately. And then as you cook it a little bit longer, it will start to thicken again. And I'm using the whisk, not to whisk it, but just to stir it. You could switch to a spoon, probably be better if you think you're going to be someone who whisks. But I figure if I'm gentle, it'll be fine. So I think it's thickened up nicely at this point. So I'm going to take it off of the double boiler. At this point, we put in some vanilla. And I have some cold butter here. We're going to put the butter in a little bit at a time and whisk it in until it melts, and then we put the next one in. Now you want to chill this right down, and you want to chill it down quickly, so I have a bowl with ice and some water in it, and essentially just going to put that in there and give it a stir every once in a while, just to promote chilling. And as soon as it's chilled down, we'll move on to the next step. Now the lemon curd has thickened up, but you want it to be a little bit looser than it would be if you were putting it into a tart, because you need to fold in the egg whites. So here I have the 3 egg whites from the 3 yolks that I used there. So once the eggs are foamy, you want to add in cream of tartar, and this just keeps the egg whites from deflating. Turn up the speed and go to soft peaks. And once the eggs have reached soft peaks, just start putting in the sugar a little bit at a time, not too quickly. And now we go until it's stiff and glossy. Once the egg whites have reached the point where they're stiff and glossy, we want to fold them into the lemon curd. And these look fantastic. So the first little bit, I'm just going to get off into the curd, and I'm going to kind of mix it in aggressively, just to loosen up the curd a little bit. Okay, so stir this one in. And now we fold. And folding is a step that I think people overthink and over-worry about deflating either the whipped cream or the egg whites, whatever you're using in either case. You can be a little bit more aggressive with it than most people tell you. You do need to stir it in or mix it in completely so that you don't have streaks of egg white throughout the yellow. Okay, I think I've got it. So I'm going to put a cover on this. I'm going to stick it in the freezer for a couple of hours and then we'll come back for a tasting. Oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be really great. Amazing.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey,
Hey, friends. I am hoping that has something to do with the lemon custard I was watching you assemble earlier today.
Yes. So it's so far something I don't know what to call. It's kind of the same as the chantilly meringue that we made about a year ago.
That was good. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Are you ready? Scoop it out. So it doesn't. The chantilly meringue had a sugar syrup that was put in that cooked the meringue almost like
Nice.
a marshmallow. This
It's got
doesn't.
a nice scoop quality to
Look
it.
at that.
Look at that.
That looks really creamy, doesn't it? Okay, I'm excited. Okay,
It is tart
it is tart.
and refreshing. There's a
The texture is very creamy. It doesn't melt in your mouth as much as it dissolves in your mouth. Okay, this is really good.
But it does keep its form quite nicely. Yeah. It's
Okay, so I say ice cream as a signifier that it's a frozen sweet dessert.
it does not qualify as a.
It's not. It's not an ice cream at all. But that is sort of the thing that you have to say in order to get you in the right mindset. If someone offered me a dairy-free ice cream, I would say no, thank you, but no. And I would probably miss up on this.
You would. This is really good.
This is incredible. It doesn't need a qualifier as dairy-free. It's just an amazing.
It's a frozen dessert, as they have to label them.
But even that does it an injustice, because that kind of takes it down a notch from ice cream. You know what I mean? Like it puts it into that territory of artificial.
Okay, so we need a new name because it's not ice cream, but it's not doing it justice to say it's a frozen dessert or vague, because that could be a popsicle.
So-
that could be.
I'm sure in France there is a name for this.
It's a beautiful name.
There's a beautiful name for this, and we're just not aware of it. So if you live somewhere where this is common and you've made this before, or your family makes this, let us know what you call it, because it's just amazing. I'm just going to keep shoveling it into my mouth. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.